played very well, and you see the front court. For Golden State, Marcus Williams and Steven Jackson get the start in the backcourt. Andres Bejing, who did not play on Wednesday, along with Maggette, and the rookie Anthony Randolph. The bottom line is they're not going to have Ellis, and he's going to miss about $3 million out of that 66.
What does that mean? You're minus about 42 points per game in your backcourt with an explosive scoring combination. Ellis, all about elevation and quickness and attacking the rim. One of the Jason Kidd in New Jersey for a time. At Connecticut, he was a transition up-tempo point guard kind of guy. Now, we spoke to Coach Nelson this week. He didn't seem like Nelson.
Here's the post from Bejing. Bejing led the NBA in field goal percentage last year, and you know, by missing and rebounding his own miss, his field goal percentage actually goes down there.
That's right.
Bejing shot it at about 63% last year. Named a co-captain this year along with Steven Jackson. He also signed a big free agent deal in the offseason. He and Ellis were both restricted free agents. And Bejing wound up with a deal for 6 years that will net him somewhere between $54 and $62 million, depending on how all the incentives work out.
He's from Latvia, and there was a lot of talk in the papers on the West Coast. I think the first thing he'd like to do, and he was a great competitor as a player, both in the NBA and during his playing days at Michigan State, and he wants his guys to compete.
Good set play, the alley-oop to Bejing.
Is it your diet? But he would like to stay healthy. I'm telling you, solid move.
That one was rejected on the help defense by Randolph, and you get an idea of what kind of springs he's working with.
But Steven Jackson loves Anthony Randolph, and he is pushing second-year player Brandon Wright out of North Carolina. And Wright is young and maybe not as aggressive. This guy, Randolph.
One who just entered the game is Rob Kurz, a rookie out of Notre Dame, trying to make this roster, and frankly, there may not be room for him as Randolph comes in again. You see him flying all over the court right now.
I'll tell you what, now if you're Brandon Wright, you cannot be lackadaisical. I mean, this guy is challenging you for front court minutes, and I like his activity, his length, his assertiveness.
Alexander sends it back out to Ridnour, and they're slapped away again by Anthony Randolph, and Maggette will finish on the other end for Golden State.
There was good spacing on the floor.
Jackson to the rim, and a pretty finish. Without him last year. This is a team that was 48 and 34 and didn't make the playoffs. They finished a couple of games. I believe that was Jefferson. And he just took it up the floor that time. They're at this point interchangeable and forcing Red to guard him in the backcourt.
And Bejing doing what he does. You mentioned it in the first half. Just a cleanup guy on the offensive end. Shot goes up, he's in position. Always moving his feet, trying to get offensive rebounds.
And there, that free throw motion we referenced in the first half, which is at times almost uncomfortable to watch because of the hesitation and then that little flick of the wrist. Just had been around long enough and realized that without the others, it wasn't going to happen.
Trouble if I even started.
Please do not deviate from the terms on the screen. Wow. To Marcus Nelson, and that will get Don Nelson's attention.
Wow, that was an explosive finish.
Defensively, because of the pace at which they play, sometimes it's just hard to recover and find your guy and get yourself set.
That's exactly right.
And once again, we're going to get a look at Andres Bejing's unusual free throw motion. It is, frankly, probably among the top 5 ugliest in the NBA.
But I'll tell you this, you know, when you're watching a PGA Tour event, the last guy you want somebody who's learning the game of golf to watch is Jim Furyk, right?
He's on that list. Absolutely.
Well, this is a guy you're sitting there going, close your eyes and don't watch the free throw attempt.
Don't learn from him. See what Golden State has drawn up. Kurz up top, fakes the shot and didn't get it off. It went, but he did not get that shot off. No, he did. They counted it. Now the NBA will review this. That is standard operating procedure. We heard buzzer before we saw a shot.
It seemed like a quick buzzer.
And they're going to count that three-point shot. There is no review mechanism available to them at the arena in Beijing. So Rob Kurz hits a three to tie the game in the final seconds, and it hits a buzzer beater to beat the Milwaukee Bucks